Okay, I'm back, and it's been 24 hours since I started my water-only fast. I started last night at about 6:30, 6:45 is when I got finished eating for the night, and then that's about what time it is now. So I'm going to share with you kind of what my experience has been so far since I've been doing the water fast. First of all, you'll notice that I'm wearing a sweatshirt, and the reason I'm wearing a sweatshirt is I'm actually really cold, and this is something that seems to happen whenever I water fast. Usually starts around the end of the first day, and then I kind of stay pretty cold. I think it messes with your body temperature a little bit, but anyway, so also it just rained here in Texas, and so the temperature outside went down quite a bit. So that combination is the reason that I'm wearing a sweatshirt today, or right now. I actually just put it on. Anyway, I had a question on my Facebook page about what preparation I did for the water fast, so I want to talk about that. Usually the day before I do a 3 to 5 day water fast, I always eat really healthy whole foods. So yesterday morning I had oats with, I think, berries and flaxseed, and just like my standard oats that I usually have. And then for lunch, I had 2 different types of Asian sweet potatoes, and I think I had a cucumber, and I just had some mixed vegetables and fruits. I had watermelon yesterday. I think I ate up the rest of our watermelon. And so just really whole foods during the day. And then for dinner, I made a vegetable and tofu stir fry. Usually on that last meal, I don't do any grains. I just kind of try to make it a little bit more fruits and vegetables or whatever. And so I did go ahead and make a very veggie stir fry, and I did have some tofu in that. So that was my last meal last night. Sometimes the day before I start, I'll do green smoothies or smoothie bowls, a couple a day, and then maybe just some kind of a meal. But usually, again, I try to keep it, whole plant foods and just simple and very healthy the day before. Also, some people ask me, what do you do when you're water fasting? Like, what activities do you do, or what activities do you not do? And basically, when you're water fasting, you need to be conserving energy, because you can't be burning up all your energy or you're just going to completely plummet. So I usually conserve energy. This morning, I did have to go over to the local high school to vote for a school district issue that is on the table right now. I did that, and then I came home and I stayed home the rest of the day. So no exercise. I just read or watch YouTube videos. I did have to prepare some food for my husband closer to dinner time, and I was going to actually talk about that, because that's probably the hardest thing, is preparing food for somebody else or watching other people eat. That's really tough, especially on your first and second day when you still have the hunger mechanism working, and so it's tough. So I made taquitos for him tonight, which is one of my favorites, and I couldn't eat them, so that was tough. I just went in the other room and let him eat. So what side effects have I had today? Some people have headaches. I've never had headaches when I do my water fasting, but today I had some hunger pangs, and right now I'm actually okay, but they do come and go definitely on the first and second day. I would say the first day is hard. If you've never fasted before, that can be hard, but actually for me, the second day always is tougher, because it's like you haven't eaten for a really long time, and that's longer than my intermittent fasting, and so it's going to be tough tomorrow. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is the benefits of water fasting. People do them for various different reasons, but one thing I'm hoping to come from this is, I told you I had been having a lot of sodium, and whenever you eat out, you're getting a lot more sodium in your diet, and so I was hoping that this would reset kind of my sense of taste, so that I wouldn't want to salt things, and I wouldn't want things that were super sweet. I've been mostly eating a lot of fruit, and that's where I get most of my sweetness, but I'm hoping to kind of get back to where I'm more sensitive and don't want to have as much salt or sodium in my diet. We did some traveling, and we've eaten out with friends, and it's just the summer, and you know how that is. You tend to kind of let it all go a little bit, And when I'm cooking for myself, everything is great, but when we go out, it's hard. Also, another great benefit is that, and I realized this today when I had a lot of time in my hands to think, is that this water fasting has really trained me to do intermittent fasting, which is something that I've been doing since April. Now, recently, I kind of changed the way I'm doing that. I used to not eat until 11, but now I'm not eating after dinner and then eating after I work out in the mornings. So this has helped me to learn how to fast, because I previously never went without food. And so I feel like if I were ever in a situation where I didn't have food, that I really could handle it, because I've done this so many times, and I've done intermittent fasting now for many months, that I could skip meals if necessary, if I were in a situation where I had to do that. Anyway, the last thing I want to say is, one of the things I struggle with when I'm fasting is that I might have food in the refrigerator. I might have cooked something for my husband, or I see something on YouTube and I think, oh, I want to have that. And you just have to keep reminding yourself that you can have that later when you're done with the fast. So the food is still going to be there. And this is a good practice to recognize that you don't have to have the food right then. You can have it at another date, at another time. So I have to remind myself of that whenever I come across a video or something like that. Like today when I was watching Mommy Tang eat her Jamaican jerk rice, and I thought, ooh, that sounds really good, but I probably shouldn't be watching those kind of videos when I'm fasting. Anyway, I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow on day 2.